Hello everyone and welcome with us for this workflow video about this sequencer I'm working on since 3 years now, and that is finally getting out in the world. So it's a performance-oriented sequencer. It is designed to really quickly and efficiently create variation in a pattern, but variation from intention and not from randomization. So we'll just go through each of the pages that you can see here and just explain how things are flowing. So let's start with the track page. So you just press track, path, we're in the track page. Now in the track page we can select our track from 1 to 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 12. And we have mute groups. We have 4 mute groups. Those are mute groups. Up. So how those mute groups work? So first, let's just play something. So we have something to mute. Otherwise, not. Okay. So now you select the mute group you want, and you edit it. Yellow means that it's gonna be mute on release. Up, I just wanna keep the kick. Up, it's muted. Then you press, you unmute. Clack, muted. And if you wanna edit a mute group without changing its state, you hold it, up, it's muted. You press shift, then you release, and it didn't change the state. And this is also the page where you can play the track, like kind of MPC style, I would say. Clack. So for this, your track needs to be set up in gate mode. I mean, it's not really gate mode because like the track is not gated per se, which I will explain later in the setting page. For now, it's just like a page per page. And so yeah, when your track is in gate mode, clack, you just activate the performance switch up, and that's it. And then if you want to lock what is played, up, you push back the performance switch, you release, it's gonna keep playing. If you want to stop them, up, or quickly press double tap, play stop. Now we have the edit page for classical step sequencing. Clock, ooh. So then you hold a step to change its value. And it changes the value only when you release the step. You can also hold a step, and when the note menu pops up, the step you just hold is going to be copied. We have what we call selective copy paste, which means that like we hold copy. You select the step that you want, up you release, you copy them, and now you just hold paste, up, it's pasted, boom. So you can really quickly like copy blocks of your pattern, let's say, and you can also edit the other pages while they're not playing. So let's say up, I wanna copy this, just copy this, clack. Up, I think another page. So yeah, to change pages, you just you just press the pages switch, the page button to change pages. And the blinking one is the one that you're on, and you do shift to extend the pattern. And you can also like clear. You activate record mode and then you press clear, and it's gonna clear while reading. Also, one feature that can be done is that you have a gate parameter on all the steps and a gate parameter for the whole pattern. So to change the value of the gate, you hold shift and it's gonna hold it, and basically it's relative to the next note. So this means that like, okay, the shortest is gonna be like very short, obviously, but if I put it fully, all the notes are gonna like be tied together. And this is for all the notes that who doesn't have a specific gate length value. For example, I can set this one up, and when you set the gate length per step, the duration, like here, is gonna be 4 step up, 2 step, 4 step. And if we put it back to 0, it becomes again controlled by the general gate length. So now we have the keys pages, which gonna behave differently depending on the track mode your track is currently set on. I'm gonna start with a note mode, and then modulation and drum are kind of the same, work in the same way. So here is you can play it, obviously. Like the green one is the one that you selected, the red one is the last note that was played. Then if this is blinking, this means that the note selected is in this case lower than the one being played. Up, up, and now it's on the same. So if I do this is the same note playing, so it's like blinking. Okay, so yeah, up, classic keyboard. So you understood by now that you can change octave doing this. Yeah, let's see what we can do with such a keyboard when the pattern is playing. So first you can transpose your pattern. If you hold shift, the keyboard behaves like a transpose function. So you can transpose octave, up, down. Okay, but for now it's like not super exciting because the pattern is made of like the same note. So to make it a bit more funky, we can activate the performance mode. And now what you're gonna play is not gonna play directly. It's gonna be like send to the sequencer basically, or more the sequencer is gonna like go through what you're playing. So what does this mean concretely is that up, I can override the notes that are being played. And I can of course record, and it's gonna behave like an arpeggiator. Up, and now it keeps playing because I recorded it, but I can like up, I'm gonna reset the whole pattern. I can temporarily hold. Okay, sorry. Press shift, and now it's gonna play as long as like the performance switch is on. And now I release if I want, when I want. Back to the original pattern. Then what we have, if we do Shift keys, we open the user scale. In the user scale, you just select like the notes that you want to use. Up, let's do like this. Check. So you have up to 8 notes that you can select in the user scale. Then you come back by pressing key, and now it's a keyboard, but it's a different keyboard. Now it's a quantized keyboard. So we can do the same override. Of course, the transpose function works also with the scaler. Up. So let's say. So yeah, with the scale feature, with the in combination with the transpose function, it's really helpful to quickly build chord progression, melodic chord progression. Check. I think this is good for the keys in note mode. So now we're gonna look. Okay, let's play it. So when your track is in modulation mode, the key page is way more simpler. It's just a representation of the current set value. The key things to know is that when your modulation track is empty, the knob has direct control on the CPU output. Now for the drum track, the main difference with the modulation track is that it's gonna output velocity instead of CC. Otherwise you set the parameters in the same way with the pot. But you can also type in the keyboard and have the keys work as MPC 16 level velocity. And play the pad like if they were the same, like MPC style, 16 velocity level. And of course we close it. So now we can move to Euclid page. So Euclid is like, I'm not gonna like explain how this Euclidean rhythm generator works, but basically like it's just a really convenient way to generate interesting rhythm quickly. So in the Euclid page, you can just turn the knob, and the first parameter that you can set is gonna be the number of active steps in the pattern. The second page is gonna be the size, the total size of the pattern, and the other page, the last page, is gonna be the offset. And of course, you can layer them. You can have the Euclidean pattern playing and you can sequence more stuff on top of it. And the gate length is taking into account the Euclidean. So to deactivate it, you just put it back to 0 and then done. And then of course you can also use the keyboard for convenience. If you want to set like, if you know that you want 5 up, oops. If you know that you want 5 up. Now we enter pattern mode. So in this mode, you have 8 patterns per track, which are represented with like the 8 top row. And this, the unlighted key, represents the pattern number that we are currently editing. So we are actually in pattern 1, and we can see that the LED is yellow to see that to say that like the pattern has been modified from its changed from its original state. So to save a pattern, you just hold Shift and you hold it until it feels red, then blink. And now it's green, meaning that the pattern, the currently playing pattern, has been saved to the memory. Clack. Also, one thing that is like good to know is that like you can edit the pattern. Let's do like whatever. Up. Now it's been edited. But if I turn on and off the sequencer, I can still get back to the previously to the previous pattern. Up, this pattern has been reloaded. You can also quick save, quick load. You hold Shift and copy for quick save, quick paste for quick load, whatever the page you are on. Then in the down row, this allows you to change pattern, but for all the track at the same time. Let's say like let's say you want to keep the same pattern of drums, but you want to change the melody. Then you select your melody track and you change it, and ta-da! But if you want to change completely for all the track, you just select here, puff, and now all the tracks are gonna be in pattern 2. If you do Shift pattern, you access the bank page, which works the same way, but it's for all the track. You have 16 bank. So next we have the clock rate selector here. It's pretty straightforward. Just the thing to know is that the green one are the even one, the even division, and the yellow one are like the multiple of 3. So this is 1/16, this is 1/8, this is 1/4, this is 1/2, this is 1, and this is 2. And then here is 1/12, 1/6, 1/3, 1, 1.5, and 2. Yeah. And then going down, here we have 1/24th, After this, we have the loop page. So what does this mean? Looping. So the loop page allows you to select the first step and the last step of your pattern. So if it plays like this, let's remove, I can select first step and last step. But what I can do also is playing reverse by selecting by selecting as first step a step higher than the last one. Reverse, up, up. And also the thing to know is that this parameter, first and last page, is being applied for all the pages. So if you want to use some ternary measure, you just have to simply select like 12 steps, and in all the pages, let's play them. It's gonna play the 12th step on all the pages. This way, like, you have all your measure well defined and you don't get confused with like you have to like count and stuff. And then if you activate the performance mode, you can temporarily loop your pattern. And when you release, it's gonna catch back to where it should be. It's not gonna offset the track. Okay, so now we have the setting page accessed by double tapping track. Check, check. So in the settings, you have 4 rows. The first one is the track type, being note, modulation, and drum. Nothing special about the note mode. In the modulation, you hold, and then you set the CC number. Then in the drum mode, you hold to set the note for MIDI output. To make it simpler to set, you can turn your track in note mode, then go into key, select the note you want, get back to setting and switch your track to drum, and it's gonna use the note you selected. Here is clocking mode. First one is like main clock, so either MIDI or internal. This is trig mode. So in this you hold trig, and you can select either trig from an internal track, from 1 to 12, or from the gate input here. Up, 1, 2, 3, 4. Up, and the gate input, 1, 2, 3, 4. Here is to couple your track with another. This is interesting, for example, if you want to have like to set one track, that it's gonna be like that is gonna drive whatever the setting you set this track, all the other tracks are gonna follow this track. And then we have the reset option, the first one being no reset, second one being reset on a trig, and the same as the one above. Can be internal track or can be external gate input. And then this mode is to reset at the first step of another track. So this is useful, let's say if you want to make like complex rhythm, but still want to keep consistency in all your pattern. Then here we have the MIDI channel selection from 1 to 16, off. Here is track play mode. When it's green, it's gonna play when you press play, simply put. And when it's red, it's when you're in the track page, and this is override up. And again, if you want to hold the track, you just turn off the override switch. So now we went through all the different pages, just a small, a little tricks. If you long press on one of the pages, you can, let's say, select this track, and when you release up, you're gonna get back to the page where you were before. this is useful to like quickly change a track. And if you do short press path, it's gonna change for good. So those are all the features that are implemented right now. There will be, of course, updates to add a few features that I'm still working on. And the hardware is going to be open source, so you will be able to program your own firmware if you want to. Well, thank you for following this video, which I hope will not be too long. I guess it's going to be not so short, but anyway. I hope you had a pretty good overview of this Cuisine Sequencer. Do not hesitate to reach us if you have any question, and the manual is online, so if you want to have a look into it, if some stuff is not clear enough for you. And yeah, thank you.